Today's episode is sponsored by the Florida Brewers Guild 2020 Craft Beer Festival on Saturday, March 7th. Join the Florida Brewers Guild for their annual event and enjoy over 300 beers from over 70 Florida breweries at Perry Harvey Senior Park in beautiful downtown Tampa, Florida. Tickets start at just $45 for general admission, which includes a commemorative glass and unlimited samples from some of Florida's best brewers. Go with a VIP ticket for $65 and get 1 hour early admission to the festival. Buy yours now by going to unitedwedrink.com/guildfest. The festival celebrates everything great about the brewing culture of the Sunshine State and is one of our personal favorite festivals of all time. So be sure not to miss this amazing event. Buy your tickets now at unitedwedrink.com/guildfest. Must be 21 to attend. Enjoy responsibly. The opinions and statements in this podcast do not represent those of the host's employers, co-workers, family, or imaginary friends. Now enjoy the show.
There aren't enough beer podcasts in the world. Welcome to United We Drink.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new mini episode of the United We Drink podcast right here on unitedwedrink.com and wherever fine podcasts are found. I got both my co-hosts here, Phil, Joel. How you guys doing today?
Good morning.
Good
Hi.
morning to all.
I'm looking forward to getting back to recording at night with you guys so that I can drink.
Have a beer?
Yeah, and not feel like a complete degenerate.
The last time we
'Cause
recorded
I could
in the morning, I
drink
had that
right now.
coffee, that hard coffee thing.
That doesn't count.
I'm doing Malort on the next night episode.
Woo!
You guys and that stuff.
So good.
So the last episode, we talked a good bit and had a really nice conversation about distributing, distributors, distribution, wholesale networks, all of that. And I'm sure we could have,
Distro, as the kids call it.
of course, and we could have had probably a lot longer of a conversation. Is there anything that maybe either one of you didn't feel like you got to say? Joel?
No, I think we covered it all.
Phil?
I'm sure I'm going to think of something, and I'm sure I've already thought of something, but honestly, the moral of the story is just be a good partner, and hopefully partner up with somebody that is a good partner and make a sound decision. It's your future.
Yeah, very good point.
I liked Phil's marriage analogy. I think that's a really good way to look at it from both sides of not just the distributor, but also the supplier, the brewer.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into doing some Q&A. We got a couple questions here that you can send in a question as well if you want us to answer it, whether it be about beer or it be about our favorite part of a zoo or something like that. Just send it over to us. info@unitedwedrink.com. You can contact either of us directly. Phil's MySpace page is always very lonely. I don't think he's yet closed it down. He was talking about it, but I still see him on there.
It's still there. I just can't say goodbye to it. It's such a large piece of my life with zero friends.
So we're going to start off with a question that actually comes from my fiance, Allie, and she asks us, what's your favorite / iconic beer and shot combo? Having a beer and a shot. Joel, I'll start with you.
I rarely do the beer and a shot thing. If I do it, it's after a very rough day, usually at some sort of sports bar or, bar and grill type restaurant that I'll take the kids to after one of their soccer games. And it is consistently Jameson and a Coors Light.
It's a pretty nice combo, I think.
It's pretty straightforward. It gets the job done. There's nothing fancy to it. It's not meant to be paired in any way or complement each other. It's just, Jesus Christ, what a day. I need both of these.
I personally, I like a shot of cheap whiskey, whatever is the cheapest, and a tall boy of PBR.
I rarely do this, but when I do, I typically find myself traveling, so I go old style Malort.
Oh, Jesus.
Perfect.
And then we have another question here from seemingly anonymous, from what I see. And it asks, what do you guys do for fun outside of work and beer? I'll start this off, and this isn't typical, but right now planning a wedding is up there. I do podcasts. I like to design, make graphic design stuff, and now I've taken a keen liking for photography. So that's what I like to do right now. Phil.
I'm a dad, so I do dad things. Love playing basketball, football with my kid. That's a majority of what I do. I do really enjoy working on my car. I love music. Music is always on in my house. When I can, I like traveling, and I like working with my hands. I like doing projects and things of that nature.
As for me, I do not have a lot of free time, but in that free time that I do have, whether it's commuting in the car or whatever it is, I'm listening to a lot of podcasts. A lot of mostly comedy based, just conversational. I have a recommendation later that I'll put out there, but yeah, I love listening to conversations. A lot of comedy, a lot of almost philosophy in a way.
Nice. Well, thank you for that question, whoever sent it over. Once again, you have a question, send it over to any of us individually or to the show, and we'll read it and answer it on a future mini episode. Recommendations time, where we can recommend something to our listeners, whatever it may be. I'll start things off here, and I actually mentioned this in passing a few weeks ago. I'm going to recommend Cellarmanship. It's a book by Patrick O'Neill, and it is sponsored by the Campaign for Real Ale over in the UK, and it is about cask beer, and it's geared towards cellarmen who work at bars and handle setting up the casks and making sure that the pull systems work and all of that. But for any brewery that does their own pouring of casks and such, I think that, or if you're just interested in knowing more about the world of cask ales, I think that it's an awesome book and very intuitive. It's a little difficult because their gallons are different than our gallons. So the measurements are a little weird, but I mean, it's 120 pages. It's an easy read, and I highly recommend it to anyone who's interested in cask ale.
Why are their gallons different?
I don't know, but they consider a 50 liter 11 gallons when it's 13.2 here. I don't know why their gallons are U.S. gallons and international gallons. I don't know.
I feel like it's probably one of those metric system things where it's our fault anyway. Like we just,
It probably is.
They're probably correct and we're not.
Yeah, it is. Joel, what do you recommend?
So like I was saying before, listening to a lot of podcasts, and I certainly don't want to drive anybody away from our own, but I highly, highly recommend a podcast called The Honeydew with comedian Ryan Sickler. As he describes it, it's highlighting the lowlights. He gets a lot of great comedians in there, and they talk about their dark pasts and things they've been through, but there's always a comedic spin on it. So it's you rarely hear like guys opening up and talking about personal problems and the past and feelings and things like that. But, for them to do it on this show and also make it so hilarious, it's just really enjoyable. Every time a new episode drops every week, it's like Christmas morning for me. And there's some really great moments with some really funny comedians on there that, you should definitely listen to.
What was it called again?
It's called The Honeydew.
Okay.
I'm retweeting it all the time. If you look at my timeline, you'll see him post a clip of comedian Tim Dillon, who was just on. Hilarious little riff on boomers and how they parented or rather didn't parent their kids. Really good stuff. He's always posting little clips and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure a new episode drops every week.
Yeah, I just subscribed right now.
Me too.
Phil, what are you recommending?
I'm going to highly recommend the indoor Nerf behind the door basketball hoop. If you turn the audio up just so slightly louder so that we're bursting your earbuds, you could probably hear my son playing basketball inside his room. He loves it. He's just at the height where he can dunk it. Luckily, it has a breakaway rim. And it's a gift under $10. So for the value buyers out there that are looking for an awesome gift, I highly recommend Foam Ball Nerf behind the door basketball hoop.
Nerf is not a sponsor of this show.
They should be.
All right, good recommendations, guys. It's time for a Spotify playlist. It's my turn. It feels like forever since we've done one of these. And this might be the one that I think Phil has been expecting me to do for a little while. I'm going to do my metalcore playlist.
Screamo.
Not Screamo stuff, but metalcore. Different subgenre altogether. But this is going to be some of the stuff that like got me into metalcore, hardcore, tech metal type of stuff. So some PT Dub going to be on there. Poison the Well for those kids not in the know. Shout out to personal friend Brad, the bassist from the band.
Dreamy.
Some Every Time I Die, some Botch, some From Autumn to Ashes, Hopes Fall, Shai Hulud. It'll be
Dillinger?
Yeah, we'll put some Dillinger in there too.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
Should be a fun one. If you like screaming, if you like heavy, if you like all of that jazz.
NSYNC?
Yes, of course, NSYNC. I could probably find. Well, that would have been better on my punk playlist. The Punkos pop albums have been really good in the past. But yeah, that'll be what you can expect from my playlist. I think that about does it here for this mini episode. Thanks, everyone, once again for joining us. Check us out on social media. We're always there. Tweet at us, whatever. Buy a shirt, button, or sticker from our web store, unitedwedrink.com/store. We'll see you next week for our main episode where we'll be talking about beer fests.
Silent discos.
Oh, yeah. Oh wait, no, I don't make
silent
that sound.
It's silent. Nope.
I'm dancing.
Don't
believe me.
No, don't do the music.
I'm not doing the music.
Well,
I'm just
you did
dancing.
originally.
I know. I messed up. And we'll see you guys then. Cheers.
Enjoy Arby's.
We've gotten kind of good about not recording our banter before and after episodes, so it's kind of leaving nothing to really put after the episodes anymore. We'll change that soon. Bye.